storyteller of the Innocence community, Innocence Ambassador Nnamdi Asomugha. Now, Nnamdi is something of a contradiction. He is the quiet guy in the corner, albeit the tall and incredibly handsome quiet guy in the corner. Nnamdi tends not to call attention to himself, so you might not notice him when he first walks into a room, but then somebody will invariably point out that he is a four-time NFL All-Pro cornerback who you might have seen jump 6 feet in the air and snatch a pass away from a guy who's twice his size. Or you might have heard speak numerous times at the Clinton Global Initiative on things like youth activism and global service, or that he's a recipient of the President's Volunteer Service Award, or that he's been named Sports Illustrated Man of the Year, or that his Asomugha Foundation has helped thousands of Nigerian widows and orphans rise out of poverty, and hundreds of California's low-income students of color have access to elite colleges and universities. But you probably won't hear any of that from Nnamdi, because Nnamdi doesn't see his achievements as badges of honor, but rather as platforms from which to improve the lives of others. Nnamdi's personal accomplishments have always been inextricably intertwined with a call to public service. So when Nnamdi retired from the NFL a few years ago to pursue a full-time career as an actor and as a producer, his personal mandate didn't change. He scoured Hollywood for projects that both moved him personally and yet had the potential for social impact. Within a year of his retirement, wow, something is going on behind me. Okay, I can handle being upstaged. I'm very used to it. I work with Kerry Washington. Within a year of Nnamdi's retirement, he had executive produced and an extraordinary film for Netflix about child soldiers in the Congo called Beasts of No Nation. And then, with Idris Elba, an incredible film. A year after that, he found a vehicle for himself as an actor that also had the potential to move the needle on criminal justice reform. That film was called Crown Heights. Crown Heights is the true life saga of Colin Warner. Colin spent 21 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit. He finally gained his freedom thanks to the tireless efforts of his best friend, Carl King, whom Nnamdi plays in the film. For 21 years, Carl simply refused to stop fighting for his friend. And we are deeply honored that both Colin and Carl and their families are here with us tonight. And Carl and Colin, if you guys could stand up, we really appreciate it. So Crown Heights won last year, won the coveted Audience Award at the Sundance Film Festival. And just a few months ago, Nnamdi was nominated himself for both Independent Spirit and NAACP Image Awards for his performance. Now this is basically his first time at bat, excuse the baseball reference. I mean, you know, Nnamdi's just getting started in the other side of the business, and he's already, you know, creating profound change and impact in addition to doing just superb work. So for people that know Nnamdi, it should come as no surprise that he found his footing as an artist and a storyteller of conscience as surely as he did when he first stepped onto a football field. So it is my deep privilege to present the Award for Freedom and Justice to my friend and fellow Innocence Ambassador, Nnamdi Asomugha.
Way too long. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Innocence Project, for this honor. I'm humbled by it. Congratulations to the other honorees, and congratulations to the exonerees for inspiring us all. The journey for me started with a script and a 5-minute documentary. The 5-minute documentary was about a young kid from Trinidad who was in Brooklyn, who was wrongfully convicted of a murder, sentenced to life in prison, and it was about his friend Carl King, who devoted his life to proving his innocence. That kid was Colin Warner. After 21 years, Colin was freed, and that was with the help of Carl King and Antoinette Warner, who you guys acknowledged earlier, but I'd just like to acknowledge them again because it was definitely powerful. But, you know, back to that documentary, at the end of the documentary, Colin says, I'm not angry with anybody. You know, this was my burden to bear, and I just want to become strong from this and move on with my life. And those words changed my life, and that's when I started the journey. I never really wanted to meet my heroes growing up. I'll tell you why. I was at Disneyland once when I was a little kid, and we had just finished eating, and I turned around the right corner and I saw Mickey and Goofy and Donald, but Donald didn't have his mask on. And yeah, no, it's funny, you know, but I looked, and you know, it's a devastating thing for a kid to see that, you know. I was crushed, and I was like, they're not real. You know, my heroes aren't real. And 28 years later, I was lucky enough to meet a real life hero, and this one didn't wear a mask. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Warner.
Greetings, one and all. My name is Colin Warner. I am a product of New York State institutional system. I was convicted at 18 years old, and I spent 21 years in jail after doing a 15-year to life sentence. I'm here now to honor Nnamdi Asomugha, that's the right name, and all those who are coming out of prison now. My message to those who are coming out is to stay strong. Families, stay in their corner because we need help. We are like babies. I told one guy, listen, when we are becoming a nationhood, there's so much of us out there who basically are being kidnapped from the streets. And for some of us, we don't come out of jail. Giving a prison sentence is not saying that you're going to come out after you do the time. Right? So these brothers are real heroes, and we have to see that in them. I consider myself a warrior because I did not know I had that strength until I was 18 and my life was taken away from me. But I believe that we all have that power within us, and sometimes we just need somebody to tell us, or our backs are pushed against the wall and we have to become out fighting. So I thank everybody for giving the effort in getting these people out of prison, because there are many more inside. So again, my movie Crown Heights is for those who cannot be able to speak, who are still behind bars and praying that something the next day they will see freedom or their loved ones. Again, thank you everybody, and I appreciate everybody for coming out. God bless.